male lead decides he's going to do some sort of like self-sacrificing thing where he hides the main character in a statue. The main character is literally bawling, he's literally crying, and he's going to use this as an opportunity to lure the person who he sold the main character to away, and if he dies, he dies. But it still gives the 4 people who were originally chasing after him and the main character a chance to get hold of the main character because they find the main character in the statue he was hiding in. And like the male lead knew the main character would be fine. He wants the main character, after he knew escapes, to go to the Emperor and to the male lead's disciples. And like he knew the main character would be fine because one of the people who were chasing after them was the demoness that has a crush on the main character and always helped the main character out. Knew she would help the main character escape. But I'm like, dude, if she hadn't decided to side with her sack because the other 3 people who were chasing after the main character was from the same sack and 2 of them were elders, if she decided to choose the 2 elders and the other her sack member to kill the main character, he would have been dead. You're lucky the main character survived. Like, that was a stupid self-sacrificing move. So like the male lead's warnings and the main character's fears, most people's fears, as the Emperor's time was closing. And by the time the main character arrived to meet with the Emperor had been killed by the Crown Prince, like the male lead had warned. And the Crown Prince is now Emperor, and the Emperor is now the former Emperor, and he wants to kill his uncle, the former Emperor's brother, because his uncle has a lot of military power and has done a lot for the military. And the male lead also was backing him to take the throne, even though he was like, yeah, I'm not taking the throne. I do not want the throne. Which was foolish on his part because his nephew would be after his head once he got the throne. But yeah, the now Emperor is wanting his uncle dead, and he got his uncle killed. And he wants not just to kill his uncle, but any of his uncle's children, so his cousins. And another person, which this is his uncle's child, another person he wants to kill is the former Emperor's sister's child, so his aunt's child. Yeah, which is this little girl right here, because the little girl had been there when he murdered the Emperor. Like, he full-on killed the Emperor when the little girl was hiding in the Emperor's bedroom because she absolutely adored her uncle. Like, and her uncle absolutely adored her. If she had been a boy, he would have made her the future Emperor. But because she was a girl, he could not, make her the heir to the throne. But he absolutely adored his niece. She was allowed to enter the palace whenever she wanted, leave the palace whenever she wanted. And so she had been there visiting her sickly uncle because he'd been poisoning his father. And she had hid because she never liked her cousin. She never liked the Crown Prince, the now Emperor. And she overheard him telling his father to die already, that he'd been poisoning him. And when her uncle told him, I'm going to take an Urkmaid and have you stripped of being Crown Prince, he murdered her uncle right then and there. And she escaped, but sadly she escaped and she was caught by him. He saw her and realized she knew what he did, and now he wants her dead. And we all know the main character is not going to let several men kill 2 innocent children. Like, he goes Mother Bear every time anyone looks at a child the wrong way. Which is no surprise. He literally kills 2 elders when they try touching the 2 children. The same elders the main character cut the arm of. The same elders who, tried killing him when he was hiding in that statue. Yeah, the main character kills both of them to protect these 2 children. And the streetwise was there too. He was trying to kill the children, at least capture the uncle's child. And the main character stopped him. When he realized he was, shitting in the doom, he escaped and ran off and didn't continue to try to capture the children and try killing the children. And the main character was able to get the kids to safety. But I'm saying, the main character's a full-on Mother Bear. Do not touch his cubs. Do not go near his cubs. Don't look at his cubs. Because he will kill you. He doesn't care if he gets blood on his hands when it comes to children. Do not look children in the wrong way or he will kill you. And I clap and applaud the main character for it. The main character's just going around adopting children. Like he is. He's like, I'm going to be your new mommy. Just know it, I'm your new mommy. Like, I will give you a good life. I will be your new mommy. So when the main character and Melly were traveling together while the Melly was dressed as a woman, they came across someone making sweet treats. I don't know how to pronounce the word for this treat, but it's this treat right here. And the male lead the first time around, has a treat made to look like the main character, and then the second time around, has 2 treats made to look like the main character, and he eats them. He eats all 3 of them. The third one, he slowly licks it, and the main character's like, "Don't eat those in front of me. Don't lick those in front of me. Please don't. Just don't." And I'm like, "Honey, what he's doing to those treats is what he wants to do to you. Like, he's using these treats to hold himself back, because, he wants to devour you, every inch of you." I'd be hiding. I'd be giving him as many treats as I could. Like, honey, you're doomed. Your husband's gonna devour you, every inch of you. Which I can't blame him, because, like, you are pretty. Like, the main character's really, really pretty. Like, he's doomed. He got this man he's married to. Like, he won't be able to walk for the next few days. Like, he's gonna be full on a wheelchair by the time him and the male lead marries. Like, full on using a wheelchair.